Days of Heaven is our film brief, and it is an independent movie portraying a young teenage girl who's just been placed in the very difficult situation of having lost her boyfriend as he passes away. Throughout our clip, there's an alternation between the reality scenes where she's getting ready for the day ahead, having to face the fact that her boyfriend is no longer here, and the flashback scenes where she's just reflecting upon memories that they had together and the times where they were still a couple. Well, I definitely feel I have learned a lot during this process of developing this film, right from our preliminary task to just the end where I uploaded the clip to the blog. Um, I've gained a lot of knowledge of media studies in all aspects as I've learned about things such as distributors and production companies, all the way to how to actually use a camera and film these scenes. I do feel as if I'm much more confident when it comes to using programs such as Premiere Elements, as I'm now able to do titles, editing, jump cuts, things like that, even special effects. However, I still feel it has been a little bit temperamental as I wasn't able to export it as an AVI or an MPEG, meaning that the QuickTime version that we have up of Days of Heaven up on our blog isn't as good of quality as it should be. Well, at least we did get it up there, although I would have preferred for it to be able to be viewed in very high quality. I have also learned how to use Photoshop, even though the program is quite like um, broad and complex to use. I do feel like I've gotten my head around it a little bit as we've customized our own image from the internet and animated it using Premiere Elements to create our KKZ Productions logo. In terms of camera work and filming and such, I do feel I've developed a bit of an eye as to decide what works and what wouldn't, as I've been experimenting a lot with our film brief, and I found that our film, the entire clip, the planning of the clip has altered during the course of its development, as I've sort of realized that some things don't work as well as they would have in my head. But I do feel that that was for the best, as now I've gotten a film brief which I actually do feel quite good about, and I feel is quite successful. Um, I find that the whole experimentation process is vital, as it really does give you an idea and of what is going to work and not. And the more you invest into it, it's almost as if the film developed by itself and everything falls into place as if these characters were actually real characters. And although I still feel that I'm struggling a little bit with technology, such as just exporting videos and uploading them onto the blog, I do feel a lot more confident using my skills, and I do feel that they will help me a lot in my future career in media studies. Um, Although I did find some of the tasks that we had to do a little bit tedious at times because I didn't really understand why they were that important, I am very grateful that I did give them a go because they have given me a very good idea of how um, distribution companies and production companies work in terms of developing and creating a film. And this practice that we've been going through researching these companies has actually given me a really good idea of who would represent our film if it were to be an actual movie that would be released in cinemas. And I found that Focus Features would be an ideal candidate for this, as they are famous for developing independent films, therefore attracting a target audience who is aware of what our genre will be, and thus they will appreciate the film a lot more than a more mainstream audience. Um, Research on audience, such as the website UK Tribes, has really helped me get a grasp on what attracts people and what sort of repels them in terms of movies. And I have found that the social groups of indie scenesters and hipsters would most appreciate a movie, as they are always on the cutting edge of new fashion and music and therefore appreciate the art in everything, as they are very open-minded. I do feel I have really learned a lot during this whole journey, although at times I was frustrated with the Premiere Elements and the technological aspects of developing this film, but I really do feel that it has benefited me a lot and that I will be able to use these skills to my advantage in my future media studies career.